Wow. Oh,
Oh god. See, okay, guys. Fair warning. We have not talked about this until now.
yeah. I had time. We had time. We both have time to go to the theaters. Not together because we're on opposite side. We live in different places. But
Are you ready for the picture?
yes, go for it. We're gonna talk
3,
about Sony
2,
Pictures.
Morbius. Morbius. Best fucking movie ever.
Christ, this is bad.
That's how you start. Christ, this is bad.
Okay. Maybe a little bit of exaggerate. Okay, so guys, we're gonna go into full spoiler territory. So if you haven't seen this, although I don't know, I don't know if anyone would actually be sad to hear
What's there to
spoilers.
spoiler? The director or whoever spoiled this thing a week ago on Twitter.
Yeah,
They spoiled the after credit sequences on Twitter. They answered all these questions that are answered in the movie. Like they already spoiled their movie before it came out.
yeah.
So we're not actually breaking any sort of issues here.
Yeah. 1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Wait, I won. No, so you have to talk. You have to start. You have to start. Have fun.
What? No, I'm not being full screen. No, I'm not being full screen. No. Okay, so I cannot believe that this actually exists for a number of reasons. Okay. Number one, what the fuck is the story? Like, what is the story? Like, okay. So explain to me how you start off this movie. We said spoilers. So if you're still here, it's on you. How do you start off this movie with him getting vampire bats? First of all, you explain later why he has vampire bats, but how do you start off the movie with him getting the vampire bats? Okay, logically, you would think you would explain before you open your movie with that sequence why he's getting vampire bats. Because instead of starting off with like him doing some research or like learning, because you learn about him after this sequence about him being a kid and crap, and he's had this forever, and his best friend Milo, blah blah blah. Why? And here's the thing: as I'm sitting there, there are so many things that just doesn't make sense because it seems, and I'm giving the benefit of the doubt on this, it seems they cut out a lot of crap in this movie to put it under 2 hours. Unless the script was this, then oh my god, how did this get greenlit? And why would Jared sign on for it? Now, here's the thing. I would like to know what all was shot. What did Jared agreed upon? Like, what script did he agree upon? Was it this, or was it a version? And then in post, because this movie has been in post-production for so long, and they were doing reshoots as like a month or two ago with Michael Keaton. What? Like, is Jared actually happy with this movie? I'm sorry. What in the hell? And this is after Spider-Man No Way Home came out. And the after credit sequences make no sense. They are literally, and you would think after the Amazing Spider-Man 2's disaster of them just completely just not even having a movie, but using it as a way to start off other franchises, Sinister Six, Amazing Spider-Man 3 and 4, you would think they would not go the route of having Vulture randomly appear in Morbius's Earth, where Venom, I guess, exists, and then he has his tech. He can somehow just recreate the Vulture suit on this Earth, and then he meets with Morbius randomly out in the desert, and then Morbius is like, "Cool, dog. Let's get a team together and have some fun. Let's do some good."
No. Let's have a sinister time.
If they would have done that, I swear to God,
You would have walked out of the theater.
They probably had a version of something like that. Let's do something sinister. If they would have done that, I think people would have thrown shit at the screen. This is so bad. It's so bad. And there was this whole mystery about who Matt Smith's character is. I
don't think he knows either.
No, in terms of like they were hiding in the marketing exactly what his role was. They just showed him in shots, but there was no explanation about who he's playing. I hate the fact that he was the best friend. I hate it because I'm like, you could have explained this. And two, the shot of him walking in the train station, it's without his. And trust me, the visual effects, some of them are not bad. Some in terms of
I like it a lot actually.
Morbius's actual face when he is like the vampire, that's good. When he's like jumping around in that like mist or like type of like whatever that effect is, I like it. The echo stuff is kind of interesting, but when it comes, like the echolocation and just like the visuals of that, I think was interesting choice. When it comes to Matt Smith, oh my God, it looked terrible on Matt. And I feel like they probably didn't know what they were doing. And it felt like it was like a rush decision to figure out what he's going to look like. Cause I felt like they could have come up with something better because the rumor was he's going to be the villain, but the fact that he's revealed to be the best friend to Michael Morbius. And then then out of nowhere, he just takes the serum out of nowhere. Okay. And I hated that whole sequence where he's in there. He pretends to walk in and he leaves that blood. And then he leaves one of the canes. I'm like, this is so stupid. My God. You know what? You know what would have been better? If he would have just walked in as is without those canes and just revealed himself. That would have been better because don't try to hide it because you literally make him, like, instead of Michael trying to figure out later, he learns it within 2 seconds after he leaves the room. Just have him walk in and be an asshole because he becomes a completely different character. When he takes the serum, by the way, Michael feels guilty and he hates who he's become and he's trying to figure out a way to stop it. Milo, Matt Smith's character, is a completely different character when he takes the serum. It makes no sense. Anyways, stupid fucking movie. It's a waste of time.
I was excited for this one. I really was. I couldn't care shit about if it was MCU related or not. I was excited to see Morbius in live action. And I will say that I think there's some good acting here. I think the story is what suffers. And I think there's another version of this movie that exists somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hashtag release the Espinosa cut. It's
about it.
Yeah, that's why we should cancel April Fools from now on. Fuck that shit. But I had even for me with ADHD, like it was hard for me to follow this movie along more than usual. So, and again, like Spider-Man No Way Home was such a success that I'm like, because they kept talking about like how this was gonna you're gonna get a better picture of like what the multiverse looks like. But don't get me confusing as hell Michael Keaton scenes. Like, listen, I love Michael Keaton as Vulture. But like, none of this makes sense. So he just gets to this Earth and he gets released and he somehow just finds the resources to build a new suit. Like that. And they're talking about Spider-Man. So like, okay, so now we know there's a Spider-Man in this universe. And like at this point, can we just come out and say that this is obviously the Mark Webb universe? It's been the Mark Webb universe the entire time. And I would say this. I would love to see Jared Leto's Morbius again. I do not want any more fucking sequels to this.
No.
And I feel like these, because also like. Because I know in the comics, Lucian is like, or Milo, I guess his name is here. But you're like, why did you name him Milo? Just let him be called Lucian. So for me, I think, let me give some good pointers out here. Good VFX. I think the vampire look is really cool. On Matt Smith, it does look a little weird. I wonder if just Gerald having the beard kind of like just blends in together in a good look. Because Matt Smith is, he's usually always clean shaven, so maybe that's why it looked so weird. Because there were times where I was literally laughing about his face,
Well, I
and
mean, too, it's like Morbius in the comics has facial hair, so I mean,
there
it
you
kind of
go.
so it kind of fits with that.
Yeah. So, oh, we have
Thank you, Victor, so much for the super chat. Hello, guys. Any idea why the movie was made to be? Should it have been a standalone movie instead? Was there made just cash No Way Home? Well, obviously, this movie has been in the works before No Way Home came out. And I think if you would have it as standalone, I don't think it. I mean, it could have been interesting, but at this point, don't call it Morbius. Just have it be a vampire movie. Because they
Michael
want,
Vampire Slayer.
yeah, because they want to connect it to stuff. And your point about Michael Keaton. Notice how in the trailers they had a very different Michael Keaton clip they had in the trailers. Like
What's up?
before,
What's up, Doc?
yeah. Well, it's like, yeah. What? Okay, so what exactly was the context of that scene before they reshot and made changes? Was that change because Morbius was actually in the MCU or Sony MCU where it's only connected to Tom Holland's Spider-Man and anything outside of that, and then they made changes to where it's not in the same universe? Because to me, that sequence was never shown in the movie, that sequence. And I'm wondering if they made those changes because changes have been made in terms of the Spider-Man situation with Marvel and Sony. Maybe that's why. But
Andrew Garfield.
and why was the movie made? Well, because they thought it was going to work. And they know that Morbius is a very different type of character in the Spider-Man lore,
Yeah.
vampire, but
Well, I liked it when he used to suck blood through his hands. That's what vampires do, Fox.
yeah.
Spider-Man animator says you fought vampires. Vampires, a known thing through myth and lore throughout decades and decades. You thought you could really get away with plasma sucking hands.
Should I watch it? No, I don't recommend it.
I would wait till it comes out on streaming so you don't have to go pay for it.
Yeah.
But I am excited. I'm so excited to see the other movies like Craven and Man and Web and so on. But like, Sony, you need to trust your properties.
And if there's a decision made to where this film takes place on what Earth, don't make changes in post. Like anything major like this, because I feel like this movie was supposed to take place within the MCU, but not connect to like the Avengers or whatever, just only the Spider-Man stuff, as we thought it would.
Hold on, can we pull up Triple X's comment there for a second?
Is this true? I don't even know.
Verify your sources, Triple X.
Yeah.
Super chat.
Thank you, Dr.
Smart.
I mean, apparently Fantastic Beasts, the Secrets of Dumbledore is apparently better.
Yeah.
It's getting solid reviews. So, and apparently it's the best out of the three from some people. So I'm hoping it's good. I honestly thought the first film was interesting. The second film, I just love the Harry Potter movies, but I thought these were like overall interesting, but I don't know. I might go see the third one. I don't understand what people are Sony's trying to do with the SSU. Yeah, that's true. We don't know what exactly they're doing. I mean, it just seems like they don't have it all figured out. Thank you, Mason Webhead. Multiverse free plan in the MCU.
No, multiverse.
But I mean, this is not a bad idea. No Way Home is in the MCU. Pre No Way Home, that's where it is. Post No Way Home, I mean, Venom was not in the MCU, but it was, of course, in No Way Home but this, yeah, multiverse. And also, too, how the fuck did Vulture, why did Vulture assume this has something to do with Spider-Man while I'm on this Earth? What?
Yeah, again, it does, like we need those scenes. Like I feel bad for Daniel Espinosa that that's why I'm kind of happy that he kind of just went out and spoiled things. We have from Victor. Thank you, Victor. Yes. Oh my fucking god, yes.
Are we in Q&A now? Let's just get into Q&A. Or are we not done in Q&A?
Well, okay. because I just want to say that.
Okay, yeah.
Do you have any good things you can say about Morbius?
Some of the visual effects is all I can really say. Like his actual design, I always felt like that was good. Some shots could have been better, but I mean, in terms of the main design of when he becomes the vampire,
Mm.
and like I said, when he's jumping around that like mist or like whatever that is, it looks interesting. And the echolocation, that's about it.
Fair enough. Well, guys,
Yeah.
if you want to go see it and like it's watch it on your own risk, otherwise I will just wait till it comes out on streaming because I don't know if this one will stay in theater for that long.
No.